Despite collecting red cards in its last 2 home matches, Union Omaha won both with late goals with 10 men. But no side has scored more goals than Richmond, as Jonathan Bolaños and Emiliano Terzaghi want to cement their spot at the top of the table. It's 1 versus 2 tonight as Omaha hosts Richmond. Now. The 2 hottest teams in USL League One meet tonight in Papillion, Nebraska, as top of the table Richmond pay a visit to second-placed Union Omaha in a midweek tilt that could provide a huge momentum boost for either team's quest to finish with that top seed heading into next month's postseason. My name is Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining me for tonight's contest presented by Woodman Life. Let's take a look at our updated USL League One standings coming into this one. Now, Omaha saw Richmond jump above them after the Kickers' 3-1 win over Tormenta last Wednesday, but then Omaha blew their chance to regain the top spot on Sunday when they fell 3-0 at Tucson in that weather delay match that took forever to complete. Greenville, Chattanooga, Tormenta will certainly be hoping for a draw tonight in this one. Speaking of that match on Sunday or Monday, or however you prefer to look at things, it was the first of 4 matches in 11 days for Omaha. They obviously play tonight. They'll play Saturday against Greenville, and then again next Wednesday at Northern Colorado. Tough stretch at a slightly inopportune time for JMM's men, but apart from their 2 long-term injuries to Isaac Bawa and Gio Montes de Oca, Omaha are about as healthy as they can be coming into this contest and this stretch of games. So a big test for Omaha. If they can come through, they'll certainly be looking pretty. As for Richmond, our player to watch for the visiting Kickers tonight, Jonathan Bolaños, league's assist leader with 10, comes into tonight with 3 goals, 3 assists in his last 2 games. Darren Sawatzki said the man is getting into the same area as he has been for the last 2 years. He's now finally delivering the end product. They've worked exponentially hard on his game during his time under Sawatzki. He's really now seeing the results of the efforts. Bolaños trying to make the most of that limited space on this Warner Park pitch tonight on the left side for Richmond. Well, it's 1 versus 2. An elite offense versus an immense defense. Omaha, Richmond. Stay with us. Coming up next on ESPN Plus, the top 2 battle in USL League One.
Life is filled with moments, some monumental, some mere seconds. Moments we often take for granted as we worry and anticipate all the moments to come. At Woodman Life, we help ease that worry with our affordable life insurance and retirement products. We work to protect financial security, community pride, patriotism, and peace of mind so that you can protect the moments that matter most.
Tonight, we would like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union ball kids. If you want to be a Centris ball kid at the next Union Omaha match, visit unionomaha.com/community to sign up. Thank you to Nebraska State Soccer for helping us select the Centris ball kids.
Fans, join us Saturday, September 17th for a free pre-match tailgate at Warner Park to celebrate Oktoberfest. This event will feature live music from the Happy Players, German food and beer, and your first chance to claim exclusive Oktoberfest merchandise. For more information and to pre-order your Stein, go to tickets.unionomaha.com. Welcome back to Nebraska as we get ready for this top of the table tilt between Union Omaha and the Richmond Kickers. Let's take a look at the season series between these 2 teams. We have 1 draw and 1 win for Richmond. Back in mid-May, both games were in Richmond. We had Noe Meza with the diving header here that gave Omaha the lead. Midway through the first half of this strong run by Owen Gordon, that would equalize things 4 minutes before the break. We would finish 1-1, and then everything went Richmond's way just a couple weeks ago. The Kickers handed Omaha their biggest loss in League One history, which would be matched against Tucson a couple of days ago. Bolaños in the 20th, and then Emiliano Terzaghi in the 70th. And the 76th, that would give Richmond the 3-0 victory. Here are your lineups presented by Rotella's Italian Bakery. Now, Dion Akoff may play it right back here. He has played there in the past. Only 3 true defenders listed for J-Mims. The biggest news, great to see Alex Touche back after gashing his leg nastily in that previous meeting with Richmond. No Amir Alihazic for J-Mims in the 18. As for Darren Sawatsky, 3 changes. Orny, Zaka Moran on a yellow card suspension, he's out, as well as Ethan Benicor-Decker on the bench. Barnathan Candela and Matt Bentley, he gets his first start in over a month. So 2 very strong starting lineups for these 2 sides. We'll see how Omaha's legs are feeling after that late night in Tucson on Sunday, Monday. Our referee tonight, Gerald Flores, and he gets us underway. Richmond going from left to right. Green shirts, white shorts, and white socks. And Omaha in the white shirts, black shorts, and black socks. Well, we're already past the time of that first goal in that Tucson match. What a goal that was by Tarn Weir after only 8 seconds on Monday morning. It was the fastest goal in USL League One history. Both of these teams on great form. Omaha 5 wins in their last 8. Richmond only 1 loss in their 7, 5 wins in there. Of course, Omaha saw their 11-game unbeaten streak ended by Richmond last month in that 3-0 loss. The worst defeat in their League One history. Obviously, Omaha took a bit of a beating at the hands of Sporting Kansas City to end their superb Open Cup run. Speaking of the Open Cup, gets underway this weekend, qualifying for the 2023 US Open Cup. Check out some of your local matchups there if you do have some local teams trying to get through qualifying there. It does look like Dion Akoff will line up at the right back spot where he played against Chattanooga a couple of games ago in that 2-1 win. See, Connor Doyle will sit just in front of that back 4 with Skeers, Heel, and Brito in front of him. Herzog and Mesa up top. Luis Hill in a bit of a more of advanced position early here. Confusion there. Hill gets the return ball from Herzog. Luis Hill with a chance. Never really threatened. Fitzgerald's top left-hand corner. We talked to J-Mims about Lewis Hill. He said Lewis Hill, excuse me, had his best game against Madison. He said he was really showing his quality. He's a rhythm guy. Really starting to get match fit now, understanding the style that they play. He's always wanting more from Hill, shoot more, pass more, etc. Former Real Salt Lake man, 134 appearances in the MLS, and also has a couple of caps for the national team. Here's Vincenzo Candela filling in tonight for the suspended Zaka Moran. Hit 8 yellow cards. So he will have to sit this one out. The influential holding midfielder for Richmond. Also a key at set pieces. We'll see who steps up tonight in that department for Richmond, should they have the need. Good step there by Meza. Here's Akoff now pushing forward from that right back spot. Obviously scored that winning penalty over the Fire in the US Open Cup. Sure, Omaha fans will remember his name for a long, long time for that contribution. Here's Akoff now. So remember, there's Matt Bentley. He did hit his hand, but it was accidental. That's Ryan Jiba now. He loves to get forward from that left fullback spot. Mason out. Strong run up the middle. Finds Jiba into space on the left side of the box. Ryan Jiba with a shot. Good save by Fitzgerald. Didn't have to go far, but had to get those hands up quickly. The first chance of the night comes for Omaha. Scarce spins it wide to Jiba. Confident start for the left back, the man from South Sudan. Leads the team with 30 interceptions. Alex too. So as you said, great to see him back. When he got stretchered off in that previous meeting, I think a lot of people thought he'd sustained a season-ending injury, but it just turned out to be a nasty gash on that leg as he collided with the post. Here's Mason now in some space. He's got Herzog out wide. Oh, excuse me.
Organize it. Up and in, Ryan. Get up. Up and in, right.
Here comes Akoff now. It was Brito out wide. And a good punch away by Fitzgerald.
Quickly, down and play.
And Joe Brito on that right wing for Omaha.
Quickly. Quickly. Quickly.
You hear Jay Mims pleading with his team to move the ball quickly. It's been a confident start here for the home team. Jiba now in more space on the left. Bentley tracking back.
Organize.
Here's Herzog, the veteran.
Up and in, Ryan. Quickly, Ryan.
Akoff,
Up and in, Ryan. Towards the middle, Ryan.
not used to this kind of possession ball by Omaha. They
There it is.
usually like to let the other team have the ball, play on the counter, but this is an encouraging start for Jay Mims' men. As Brito goes down under the challenge of Bolaños. He'll get a word from referee Gerald Flores, and it'll be a dangerous free kick here on the right side for Omaha. Let's look at that early chance. Was this a handball now? It's accidental, and it fell to Omaha anyway. The referee may have been playing advantage. And here's the golden chance here for Ryan Jiba. Great work by JP Skeers. Left it for Jiba. Struck it well, but Fitzgerald was leaning that way. That certainly helped him out. So it will be Joe Brito with the delivery here. Man from Hartford, Connecticut. 1 assist on the season already. Can he make it 2? Just a yard from that right-hand touchline. 2-man wall for Richmond. Is the ball in from Brito? Flicked across! Off the head of Connor Doyle. He was pleading for a corner, and he will get it. Another look. Decent ball in by Brito. Bolaños may have got there certainly first. I'm not sure if Doyle actually did get a touch on that, so well defended in the end by the League One assist leader, Connor Doyle. This corner kick brought to you by Medella. Doyle goes low, looking for Brito. Herzog also in the vicinity. Be hacked away in the end by Stephen Payne. Richmond going direct here, looking for the streaking Bolaños. Akoff certainly going to be aware of Bolaños' pace all night tonight. Perhaps a bit of a match-up play there by Jay Mims. Down goes Mesa under some pressure. There's a look at Darren Sawatsky. What a season his team has had so far. 4 losses in their last 17 games. I mentioned Omaha's tough stretch of games here. Richmond do have 4 of their final 6 games on the road, including this one. They've certainly been a lot more successful at home, so a challenge for them as well down the stretch to do something away from City Stadium. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select's choice, League's choice, player's choice. As down goes to Zagi. Under pressure from Dalton Knutson. You see his right hand heavily bandaged. Connor Doyle, the captain, coming in to support his teammate. Knutson has not missed a minute this season. Been so solid at the back. Suzagi went down a little easily there. Wasn't a whole ton of contact from Knutson. I think that's what point he was trying to make. Vinyals will measure his steps out here for this free kick. One of the best set-piece strikers in the league. Vinyals wants his 10. Corey Herzog thinks he's 10. It's a matter of opinion. Here comes the ball from Vinyals. Headed wide. Not sure who it was off the head of there. Comes Dakota Barnathan. Excuse me, Jalen Criswell that was.
I did. I had one eye on all game. I hear you.
Rashid Nuhu certainly wasn't concerned about the chances of it hitting the back of his net. Rashid Nuhu, the goals against leader in USL League One.
Come on.
9 clean sheets on the year for the 26-year-old from Ghana. Sunday's lost to Tucson was his 60th League One regular season appearance for Nuhu. Certainly one of the players in League One with perhaps an opportunity to take a step up next season if he doesn't stick around here in Nebraska. One of the fan favorites for sure in Omaha. It's Candela. Some space now to bring the ball out. Looking for options. Richie finds Payne. Payne goes long over the top for Bentley. He's got the other side of Jiba. Good work by Knutson to come over and help. Wanted the free kick on the contact after the clearance. Isn't going to get it. See if we can see if Knutson got clipped here by Matt Bentley. Certainly looks like he clipped his heel. No call though. We will have a Richmond throw. It's Bentley trying to get the cross in and he'll earn himself a corner. As it comes off Ryan Jiba. Bryant, the young midfielder to take. He'll go with the outswinger, right-footed. Headed it by Meza, he didn't head it away. There was a Richmond player right on the penalty spot. I think it might have been Neil Vignals. No, it was Candela. Not sure he thought that ball would end up coming to him. Meza certainly didn't get enough on the header to get it out of danger. Here's another look at it here. And Candela had to react quickly, just couldn't keep it down. Vincenzo Candela, 27-year-old, 1 assist on the season. Actually spent preseason 2 years ago with Richmond, but couldn't get things sorted contract-wise. Ended up there now. Spent time with Tormenta. Jiba may have been offside, but didn't reach him in the end. Knutson will lead this one for a throw. There's a look at Jay Mims. Only 6 losses at home in team history. That's in 33 regular season games. 18 wins, 9 draws, and 6 losses. And they've only won 1 of these 5 matches against Richmond, although a win here would tie things up at 2-2-2. Back to Jiba, the man with the best chance in this game so far. Forced a good save out of Akira Fitzgerald. Keeper has only got 2 clean sheets in his last 11 games. Here's Akoff. To Meza, corner of the box. Double teamed. Ball falls to Akoff. He'll lay it off to Skiers. His first time effort is a good one off the bar. Fitzgerald was beaten, but he was saved by the crossbar. And another good chance for Union Omaha to open the scoring in these first 13.5 minutes. JP Skiers looking to add to his 5 goals. It was a lovely strike. Looked like it was perhaps a little too far out to trouble Fitzgerald. Hit the top of the bar. Yeah, I'm not sure if Akira Fitzgerald would have got to that one. He's not the tallest keeper in the world. JP Skiers, the all-time appearance leader for Omaha. Approaching 70 in that department now.
Too much, Corey. Come on, up, up.
Omaha certainly having the better of these first 14 minutes. 68% possession. Bentley is dispossessed by Doyle. Mason now with a chance for Omaha to break where they're so deadly. Herzog. Mason now back to Herzog.
Get up, Ryan, get up.
And across it in. Payne had his arms smartly down by his sides. Here's Herzog again.
Play, JP. See the 32, Dalton. Time.
Bentley's header just gets past Jiba. Here comes Terzaghi now, but he can't maintain possession. As Omaha continue to dominate here. Jiba, Herzog. Is he going to have a go from 25 yards? Yes, he will. Hits a Richmond player and goes out for another Omaha corner. Their second of the evening. This one once again presented by Modelo. As we reach the 15-minute mark here, Ross Davenport with you. No goals so far, but Omaha forced a great save out of Akira Fitzgerald and hit the bar. They look to gain first place back here in USL League One. Doyle with the corner in front of the Parliament. Referee Flores is going to say the ball is not touching the arc, which was debatable. We've seen some players get away with the ball not being in the arc in League One history. Here's the delivery from Doyle towards the back post. Scarce was in the vicinity, plowed into the back of Bentley, and that'll be a free kick for the visitors. Spoke to Jamie Mims about that loss, obviously, to Tucson on Sunday/Monday. He said it was a weird one. There's no fans. Well, there was supposed to be no fans. There were some Tucson friends and family in attendance. He said we weren't great. He said we obviously trained a little bit Tuesday. Couldn't do a whole lot. He said the key tonight will be, he was laughing, he said, just mark Terzaghi and don't let Bolaños get in behind. Easier said than done. He admitted this is a real 6-point game, a huge one for both sides. Here come Omaha once again. Mason now out wide to Brito. Swinging over, looking for Heel. Back to Jiba. Scarce always finds himself around the ball in that midfield. Scarce chips ahead. That's a lovely ball for Jiba. He's got Herzog in tons of space in the middle. Tries to get a little too fancy, did Jiba. He tried the nutmeg. Jalen Crisla just released it perhaps a quarter second earlier. He certainly would have found Herzog, and you'd put money on him to find the back of the net from there. Skiers turns it over. Bryant now. Richmond with a chance to break. Bolaños. Oh, he had Terzaghi. Bryant's going to have a go from distance. Blocked on the edge of the box. Dakota Bonathan, I think, with the block there. Just look at that chance from Jiba. I just hesitated slightly. Tried to get fancy. Another chance goes begging for Omaha. Now Omaha with a press on Fitzgerald. Candela playing that 6 role. Just like Zaka Moran, he's got a little less bite than El Machina. But Candela can do the job. Dan Sawatsky said he was very confident in Candela's ability. There's a look at the man of the moment. 10 assists to lead League One. I certainly think him and Terzaghi the 2 favorites for the MVP. Hopefully they don't split each other's votes and allow somebody else to sneak in there. Nuhu, the big boot flicked on by Meza. Herzog unable to get there. They'll come all the way back to Rashid Nuhu. Forget Tormenta versus Tucson on Friday night. That'll kick off the weekend. Obviously, every game important here as we come down to the final month of the season. All 11 teams still in with a shot at the playoffs. Even Tucson now with back-to-back victories. JP Skis goes down under pressure from Neil Vinyals, another former Tormenta man. Man from Barcelona. Omaha maintaining possession over 70% so far in these first 20 minutes. As Gill smartly knocks that one off Payne and earns himself a throw. So Ryan Jiba will give this a toss in. He'll find Mesa. His first touch lets him down a little bit. Jiba does get the cross in. It's a dangerous one. Herzog was there. Couldn't direct it on target. It's the 5th shot for Omaha so far. We're not even halfway through this first half. Good ball in by Jiba. He's been super busy down this left side. Richmond just don't seem to have an answer to this Omaha attack so far. Only the one shot on target, though, for the hosts. You know how dangerous this Richmond team can be if you let them hang around.
Keep working. One guy, Noe. Go ahead, Noe.
That ball did go out for a throw, despite Noe Mays' efforts. He's the man from Sunnyside, Washington, 8 goals to lead Omaha coming into this one. Also leads the team in shots as well as fouls committed. Played for Sounders U23. Team that obviously Darren Swatsky had a big involvement with before Mace's time.
Go ahead, Corey, keep it wide, Corey.
Richmond trying to take the sting out of things here a little bit, slow the pace down. Mesa with good pressing again. Go directly to absolutely nobody. Nuhu will jog over to keep this one in. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of USL League One. As Mesa was almost in there. Got a toe on that long kick from Nuhu. Catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com.
Now go back round. Yep, there it is. Up.
Bentley.
Good right.
And his first start in quite a while, the man from London. That's poor there. Give away. Akoff will get the throw. Mentioned Ryan Jiba. He missed the game this weekend due to a family issue, but back in the lineup tonight. Now here's Richmond with the turnover. Good work back by Akoff. Herzog with a chance here to find somebody. Just drop it back to Skiers. this one with 10 draws on the season. Compare that with their 8 they had last season. They've drawn 18 of their last 48 matches. That's almost 38% of their matches in the last 2 years. 25th match of the season. Last year, of course, was only 24 matches. The fans enjoying the action here tonight in Papillion. Obviously the site of last year's championship game. I'd love to see another game here this November. Richmond starting to find their way back into this game a little bit here, possession-wise, over the last couple of minutes. Certainly missed the engine of Zaka Moran in the middle. Man from Argentina. 3 Argentines on this Richmond squad. Leo Baima, one of the others not in the 18 tonight. Richmond going directly once again, looking for Vinyals this time. But as does happen so often on this smaller pitch, just run out of space. J-Mim said it was funny, they spent so much time on the road earlier, they got used to playing on big pitches and then came back to play at Werner. It took them a little while to get used to it. Again, they will host Greenville here on Saturday. They head on the road to Northern Colorado and North Carolina before finishing at home against Tormenta and Central Valley. Here's Mays into the right side of the box. Richmond players flooding back. Low ball in from Doyle. Picked away by Chrysler and out for a throw. Relatively friendly finish to the season for Omaha after that Greenville game. Tormenta, the only team currently in playoff positions out of those last 4 teams. This ball doesn't quite go over the outfield wall, but it will go out for a goal kick. Let's look at Dion Akoff. Played for J. Mims at Creighton when Mims was the assistant there. Connor Doyle, as well as Tyler Polak of Greenville Triumph, also played for J. Mims at Creighton. That's before he went to take the head roll at the University of Nebraska. Omaha's Candela goes down under a challenge for Connor Doyle. He's going to have at least get a word from Gerald Flores. Looks like that'll just be it. No card issued yet for anybody by Gerald Flores. Man with significant experience in the center in the USL Championship. I think he said that was enough there, said Gerald Flores. Just a little too much contact on more than one occasion from Connor Doyle. Man from McKinney, Texas. He's approaching 100 USL League One caps, or appearances I should say. Tonight is number 93. Good aerial duel win there by Alex Touche. Advantage will be played here. Mason now. Up the middle, going to strike it with his left foot, but disappointing end to that chance. He had support on both sides, didn't know he maze up. Decided to go on his own. Barnathan gives it away. Brito. Gets the ball in, heels in the vicinity. Hooked away by Candela. Will be a throw in here for Omaha as they start to turn the pressure up again.
In the box, Corey. Get in the box, Corey. Get in the box, Corey.
Here is Corey Herzog. Not in the box, but close enough to it, but he gives it away. Then it falls to the feet of, I think that was Connor Doyle from a mile out. Still banging around the box. Herzog. Heel with a shot. Right into the hands of Akira Fitzgerald. Omaha continuing to threaten that Richmond goal, but still haven't found the back of the net as we approach the half-hour mark in this first half. What a smack that was. And then fell to Herzog here, who just flicked it out to heel. And speculative left-footed effort under it a little bit. Certainly not enough pace to challenge a goalkeeper of the ability of Akira Fitzgerald, especially in the shot-stopping department. That one hits Bentley and goes out for an Omaha throw. Third of the way through this match here between the top two teams in USL League One. No goals between Union Omaha and the Richmond Kickers. It's been a fun 0-0 though so far, especially if you're an Omaha fan. Here's Akoff. Crosses it in looking for heel. Eventually finds Herzog. Thought about a spectacular effort, but changed his mind and goes back to Skiers, who's clipped by Bolaños, much to the annoyance of Darren Sawatsky. A silly foul to give away in a dangerous position. Really no need for that. There was support there from Bryant. Just clumsy from Bolaños. It's now a free kick here, fully 30 yards out. See if Connor Doyle fancies an effort from here. Richmond is certainly worried about it. They've got 4 in the wall. Instead, Doyle slips it through. A lovely sliding stop. Falls to heel. His shot is deflected wide. Luis Heel's been busy so far.
Green! Green!
That's with the right foot this time. Another deflection, and it will earn a corner kick presented by Modelo. Luis Heel, who was playing earlier this season for Valley United in Nice before they had some trouble off the field, ended their season early. Here's the ball in by Burrito. He's going to go low to Herzog and short. Back to Burrito. He lays it off to Doyle. Back to Burrito. His right-footed cross is deflected again, and yet another corner for Union Omaha. Up to 5 now. This one again presented by Modelo. Herzog out there this time. Gonna go all the way back to Akoff. He swings it in. Fitzgerald almost bubbles it. Now look to get things going the other way. Corey Herzog, 218 USL Championship appearances. Played early this season in the US Open Cup for Des Moines Menace, then found himself with Hartford in the championship. And now, nice little addition for J. Mims Mem. Of course, he did play against Omaha in that game for the Menace. This one's looking for Bentley. Chiba did well there, though. Couldn't really tell from the camera angle if he got enough of the contact on that to get it to Nuhu. Herzog also has MLS experience. Ten shots now for Omaha. Luis Hill with 3 of them. Herzog with a couple as well. Akoff almost steps on the ball and then just gives it away tamely. Bolaños lets it go out for a throw. Herzog has sort of taken advantage of the fact that Hugo Kamatani hasn't been on form. He started 15 of the first 17 games, but has not been playing much lately. J. Mim said He lost his touch, needs some confidence back, but he said he'll certainly feature during this crazy stretch on the bench tonight. The man from Japan. Bryant now in a race with Dalton Knutson, and he earns himself a corner. Bryant, the former San Antonio FC man, was on loan last season, but then made the deal permanent. Speaking of permanent, he's been a permanent fixture lately in that midfield for Darren Sawatsky. For his teammates for the signal. There is the signal from Bryant. The ball comes in. It's a decent one. Headed away by Omaha. And as far as Vinyals, he's going to have a crack from distance. Blocked. Pinging around here. That one will be another corner as Rashid Nuhu can't keep that one in. Omaha with a bit of confusion in the defensive ranks. Bentley's going to go short to Bryant here. Bryant looking for some space to shoot. Finds it. Parried at the front post by Nuhu. You have to be aware there was a ton of traffic in the way as Candela goes down. Vinyals now with it. Again over to Bryant now. Candela is going to try and switch sides. Nobody in the vicinity for Richmond, and Herzog will look to bring it the other way. Brito, Akoff streaking down the outside of him, but good work back by Bolaños. It will be a throw for Richmond, much to the disgust of the Parliament fans in attendance, as well as the rest of the Omaha crowd.
We can go back out. Now they can't go back out.
Up, 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 up.
Jay Mims encouraging his team to press here a little bit.
Slide, slide, Dalton.
Obviously some tired legs after that long night on Sunday, Monday in Tucson. Not just with the soccer, hanging around, sitting around, waiting for the weather to clear. I asked Jay Mims what his attack plan was going to be with these 4 games. He said he was hoping that worst case he'd go into that Tucson with a bit of a hybrid team, played 3 or 4 guys who won't normally start. Obviously didn't get the result they wanted there, but he said we'll see how these first 3 games go for next Wednesday. A trip to Northern Colorado. Here's Terzaghi now. Haven't called his name much tonight. Pulls it back for Vinyals. Lovely ball chipped through to Bolaños. Nuhu committed, but Bolaños couldn't get control of the ball well enough to produce a scoring effort. Payne slips into Terzaghi with the turn. Fires wide. No touch from Knutson, so will be a goal kick. Terzaghi with a really bit of first consistent involvement for him in the final third. In the last half hour or so. Stephen Payne getting forward. It's a nice ball through, but good work defensively, physically by Dalton Knutson to just nudge Terzaghi away from the penalty spot, and that resulted in a heavy touch by the 2-time defending Golden Boot winner, and in line for a 3rd straight one. Darren Sawatsky always raving about his off-the-field presence as well, loves living in Richmond. His family's really settled in there. 15 goals on the season at the moment, with a 3-goal lead over Tormenta's Keziah Sterling, former Tottenham man. After a slow start to the season, he's really got things going over the last few months. But Tormenta is in a position to challenge for the top 2 spots if they can get some favorable results and some wins themselves. Omaha have certainly slowed things down over the last 20 minutes. It was a frantic first 20 minutes when they had some golden opportunities. Now perhaps another one here. Herzog looking for Meza. Wasn't the best to pass this. As Vinyals, as Jay Mims asks the 4th official how many before a card is issued. To be fair, it's only 3 fouls aside before that one. He caught JP Skeers. That certainly could have ended up with Vinyals being in the book. Connor Doyle looking for instructions from the sideline. He's got to huddle the players right at the edge of the 18-yard box. Here's the delivery towards the far post, looking for Knutson. Headed back across is there. But Matt Bentley gets there before any Union Omaha player can and just hooks it away. Jiba now, who had that golden early chance from the left side of the box, forced a quality save from Akira Fitzgerald. JP Scarce would hit the bar. It's been relatively quiet since then, scoring chance-wise, I should say, for Omaha. Just the 3 total shots on target, none for Richmond so far. 5 minutes remaining in this first half from Papillion, Nebraska. Oh, a lovely dummy by Herzog. Meza, it was a lovely layoff by Gill, but Meza just whiffed. Here come Richmond on the break here. Bryant, he needs some help. He's only got Terzaghi. Lays it back now. Bolaños taking people on. Cuts back into the box. Akoff trying to shake him off. Bolaños blocked. This time by Alex Touche. First time Bolaños has really been able to get free down that left wing, where he loves to operate and stretch those legs. This was certainly a threatening run. Another look at it here. Dinked inside Akoff. Akoff tried to physical him out of it, but couldn't. Then dinked inside Doyle. That's a big block in the end by Touche. Ethan Bryant with the corner. And Richmond find a late goal here in the first half. It's a decent ball in. Terzaghi's there. Nuhu came flapping. Didn't get it and went all the way through for a goal kick. Terzaghi, as short as he is, certainly always finds himself in and around those aerial balls in the box. Just couldn't get enough contact on that one, if any. And Richmond will reset. Richie. So Richie, who played for the USA at the U18 and U20 levels. Had a nasty ACL injury a couple of years ago, trying to rebuild himself here, and has been a fixture at that left back spot for the most part for Darren Sawatsky. As this one's chipped in for Mays. That's a good first touch by Noe Meza. Cuts back inside, perhaps should have gone the other way. Vincenzo Candela doing good defensive work. Snuffs out that chance, but Omaha still have it. Jiba. Hacked away there by Chrysler. Let's take another look at that chance from the corner. Just fell behind Chrysler after Terzaghi just couldn't get enough touch on it. Rashid Nuhu committed himself and didn't get there. As referee Flores making Jiba take this throw from the correct spot. It's been a tight first half, as we would expect between these two sides, although Omaha dominated possession, which perhaps we wouldn't have expected. Especially coming off that long game Sunday, Monday. You think they'd have perhaps been happier to allow Richmond to have the ball. Just sit back. We'll see how much they sit back as this game goes on and the legs get a little tired. Do have options on the bench, obviously. Another interception by Bryant. Terzaghi looking for Matt Bentley, but runs out of space. But you can see there's 63% possession for Omaha. Richmond's come back in the shot categories though. 10-8 now. Omaha leads. And that's a poor turnover there by Luis Heel. Oh, Bentley was trying to find Terzaghi, but cut out once again by Dalton Knutson. He's had a big first half. He's the big center back. Into the last minute of regulation here in the first half from Nebraska. No goals between 1 versus 2 in USL League One. Nice layoff by Meza. Well, Heel had the right idea, but didn't get enough on it to find Brito. Now back to Brito. Skeers hit the bar earlier in this contest. Doyle. Brito with a heavy touch. Maintains possession though and finds Akov. Bolaños playing defense and a good job of it. 20 seconds remaining. We're hearing we will not have any additional time added at the end of this first half. Can Omaha produce one last chance before the break? Brito swings the cross in, but nobody there from Omaha. A lack of communication perhaps as Chrysler shanks it over Fitzgerald's net, and referee will perhaps allow the corner here. No, he won't. Well, yes, he will. Seemed like there was some Kickers players heading towards the center of the pitch, but it will be Connor Doyle. This corner presented by Modelo. The 5th one of the night for Omaha. Doyle with the outside of the foot. All over everybody's head, including JP Skeers. As referee Gerald Flores blows his whistle. J. Mims' team with 2 golden early chances. Ryan Jeeba and JP Skeers. One saved by Fitzgerald, one off the bar. But we're scoreless at the break here between first place Richmond and your hosts Union Omaha. Stick around. We'll be right back with all your halftime stats, highlights, news and notes from around League One and more. No score at the break between Omaha and Richmond.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
Here you go. Thank you. So where did you even start?
Nebraska Medicine.
Really?
He's home now. They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
I have some good news. Cancer's in remission. CAR T cells work.
Oh my God, amazing. They actually removed the clot that was causing Marie's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
Fans, join us Saturday, September 17th for a free pre-match tailgate at Werner Park to celebrate Oktoberfest. This event will feature live music from the Happy Players, German food and beer, and your first chance to claim exclusive Oktoberfest merchandise. For more information and to pre-order your Stein, go to tickets.unionomaha.com. Welcome back to halftime here at Werner Park, brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. Now, Omaha fans, we understand if you want to look away here at this point, but we do need to take a look back at the highlights from Sunday/Monday's loss at Tucson. However, there is a bit of good news in this segment as well. Ryan Rose will explain.
Sunday night, we finished week 24 in the desert. Tucson hosting Omaha, last place versus second place, trying to get first place. And this is the opening kickoff. And 8 seconds from the first touch of the ball, this one crosses the goal line. Luis Perez sends it to Tarn Weir, his first goal with Tucson, and that is the fastest goal in League One history. Perez's 7th assist ties him for 3rd. That's the first goal for Tarn Weir. And then more storms came in. We had a 2-hour delay to get things started, and then this delay was 45 minutes. 1-0 to the half, 62nd minute. Now we're playing. Donnie Toya to Danny Bedoya. First assist for Toya, second goal for Bedoya. And the team at the bottom of the table is leading the first team that got 40 points 2-0. We go to the 76th minute. It's still going in the desert. We're getting past midnight Pacific time. Here's Kalen Fox across the box to Donnie Toya, and it's 3-0. 5th goal for Donnie Toya. That leads the team. He's only been here 11 matches. First assist for Kalen Fox. 2 wins for Tucson. They're up to 10th thanks to goal differential, and half of Omaha's 4 losses have come in the last 3 weeks. So let's go back and look at it. The fastest goal in League One history. There's Luis Perez. There's Tarn Weir. Really, you only had time for the 1 pass. It's amazing to get the ball down the field that fast. 7 seconds, 8 seconds. It's under 10, which is amazing. Weir's first in League One, his second for his pro career. Got one with Oakland Roots back in 2021. But this was the previous fastest 4 years and 1 day earlier. September 10th, 2019, off the opening kick. It took 16 seconds for Richard Donso to get it to the head of Ronaldo Damas, who was the Golden Boot winner and the first player ever to win a League One title and a USL Championship title. And amazingly, just a few weeks ago, August 20th, Kevin Piedrahita, he puts one in just under the 30-second mark, but it's the first goalkeeper goal we've had in League One in 4 seasons. Unbelievable. And then later in the match, a double save here, so Kevin Piedrahita, who earned the goal and save of the week, gets the goal and save of the month. It's never happened before in League One history. Speaking of fast, and I mean, just all kinds of stuff has been happening these last couple of weeks. Congratulations to Piedrahita for the goal and save of the month and for being the first goalkeeper to score a goal in League One. Another amazing thing happened last weekend. Keziah Sterling had a hat trick, and that's the 5th one this season in USL League One. He had 3 goals against Northern Colorado. Played an amazing game. That's the 5th hat trick in the league this season, and you'll see the names of the gentlemen who've done it. And this actually was the latest we've had a hat trick in League One in a season. Last year, the first hat trick came on June 13th. This year, the first hat trick didn't come until June 22nd, but we've had a flurry of them, 5 now, which matches the total from the inaugural season. 8 last year was the most. Let's see, with 5 more weeks to go, let's see what else we can add to the record books. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. More halftime is coming up.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Trying to take down their rival. The legend has done it again here in Sacramento. He's turned the whole game around.
It's a goal for Orange County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
Let's take a look at some news and notes from around the USL. As you see there, all 11 sides still on the hunt for the playoffs. It's amazing, but it's also not amazing with the parity in this league. And great to see announced today, Caribbean Connection, a partnership with the Caribbean Football Union as well as the USL, mostly focused on development. Great to see. Here's a look at your team of the week. Keziah Sterling, a hat-trick. That gets him to 12 goals on the season. Trying to keep up with Emiliano Terzaghi, perhaps give him a late run for that golden boot. Take a look at your scores from week 24. Home teams doing real well. Lots of goals going in for home victories, including that Kickers 1-3-1 victory over Tormenta last Wednesday. Coming up this Friday, we'll kick off the weekend with Tormenta against Tucson. Two teams in need of 3 points. Of course, everybody's in need of 3 points at this point in the season. Tucson have managed to get themselves off the bottom of the standings. Meanwhile, Tormenta can move themselves up towards the top two. They pick up a victory on Friday night. Certainly put some pressure on those aiming for a home game and a first round bye. And then after that, got some more fun on Saturday with 4 games, including Charlotte's first ever visit to Central Valley and Omaha Greenville. We know how those two teams don't particularly like each other. That's a big one. And also in the top 4, Chattanooga taking on Richmond. Highlights and stats coming up next.
Huh? I'm mic'd up. Better watch what you say around me. I'm gonna use it against you. Hey, referee. You can't hit children. You know that. What kickers on the way back? I
think that's the whole point.
Why do I feel so old?
You say old?
Yeah, man. My knees hurt, my ankles, my back. Maybe it's because I sleep weird.
Why?
JP was an all-state high jumper in high school. Seen how high that guy jumps? Yo, Scar, what's your favorite thing about Justin? No, your favorite thing about Justin. About Justin.
Why?
Say it out loud. Say it out loud for everybody to hear. You have to look at him. You have to look at him while you say it. What did you say?
He's so charming.
My favorite thing about Justin is how tall he is and how he overpowers people with his presence. That's something I'll never have. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Back pedal. Amir probably did 20 push-ups. Alex, how far do you think you could kick a ball? Yeah, like if you punted it straight in the air. Probably a mile. Or like 1,000,000 feet. Look at Gabe, it's like Elastigirl. You got flexibility, mobility. You've been working out a lot. You swim? Can you swim? It's an honest question. I mean, don't laugh. I can't swim.
I can drown.
I can breathe underwater for like 1 second. I can get 1 breath underwater. These are super fun. There we go. Man. I'm out first though, so don't worry about it.
If we get the ball,
oh,
we're ready to kill him.
You sound like Megatron.
You sound like Bane.
Very nice. What? That's 2 touches. Finally. Oh! Hold on. 2 balls. 2 balls. 2 balls. 2 balls. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1. No! Hey, now you're in. I caught it. Go on then.
We're making up rules now?
Oh, that's a real one. 1. Careful, bro.
Be careful.
Whatever you say can be used against you. It could incriminate you.
Bomberos. Hello, Hedy. You want me to coach?
Last weekend. Hey, you got that rash off last week.
I'm a bad man.
You can cut that out, right?
Welcome back to halftime here in Papillion, Nebraska. Brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. A bit of a stalemate in the first half. No goals between first place Richmond and second place Union Omaha. Let's take a look at your first half highlights. It was Omaha with 2 great chances in the first 15 minutes. First, Ryan Jiba in the 4th. A good little run here by JP Skeers. Found Jiba. Good first touch and a good left-footed shot, but Fitzgerald with the strong hands to stop that one. And 10 minutes later, JP Skeers found his way out to him. Eventually, Dion Akoff laid it back, and it looked like he was a little too far out. Didn't look like he had enough pace on it, but Fitzgerald might have been beaten had it not dipped below the crossbar, or had it dipped below the crossbar, I should say. That kept things at 0-0. In the 21st minute, another chance for Omaha. Noe Meza, he was busy in the first 10 or 15 or so. Rashid knew his only save of the first 45 minutes. There are your halftime stats. The one shot on target for Richmond was that one by Bryant. 3 for Omaha, one that not on target that hit the bar. 10 shots to 8. Richmond again started to play their way back into this one as the half went on, and we'll have plenty to play for in this second 45 minutes. I'll let you know if we have any changes at the break here. Man, Omaha, with that long night Sunday, Monday, could be forced into some early changes if J. Mims wants to get some fresh legs, but not just yet. No subs for either side. We mentioned before the game, it was great to see the return of Alex Touche. This was the nasty injury he sustained in the previous meeting with Richmond. Everybody thought it was a lot worse than it actually was. Touche went down, got stretched it off. It was feared that he'd broken his leg, but it was just a nasty gash. And great to see him back here tonight in the center of defense for J. Mims. Touche was the Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. His twin brother Charles actually played at Cornell with J.P. Skeers. And we're underway in the second half. Omaha now going from left to right on your screen. Richmond from right to left. Mentioned before the game here, a draw in this one would certainly keep Greenville, Chattanooga, and Tormenta fans happy. Tormenta played their way right back into the mix for a home game. Only 3 points behind Greenville. Both them and Chattanooga with exactly the same record, 10 wins, 9 losses, and 6 draws, 36 points. Charlotte only 3 points behind them. Bolaños had a relatively quiet first half. And did have one run into the box from that left side. Mays is going to go quickly to Herzog here. Not known for his pace. Chrysler knocks it into touch. Herzog will leave it for Dion Akoff, playing right back tonight for the second time in 3 games. Here's Akoff again, looking to take on Bolaños, and does. Good ball in. Nobody from Omaha nearby though. Oh, fancy from Vinyals, and now Bolaños with a chance to run. Lovely work back by Brito though. He'll knock it out for a throw. Oh, look at that fancy back heel by Neil Vinyals. Obviously Isaac Bawa was the right back for most of the season until he sustained a knee injury that will rule him out for the rest of the season. Bit of a miscommunication there between Stuart Ritchie and Bolaños. She knew who clears this one downfield. Doyle. Spin it wide to Jiba. His left foot across. It's a decent one. Herzog's there, as is Meza. Oh, Meza just couldn't make contact. Herzog goes down. That's a penalty. Jalen Chrysler disagrees with the decision by Gerald Flores, but it will be a penalty for Union Omaha. Noe Meza had a real good chance at it. He couldn't make contact. Herzog knocked it down. Here's another look at it here. It's a lovely ball in by Jiba. Fell to the head of Macy, knocked it down. Herzog got there first, and that's just a clumsy challenge from Chrysler. Can't be diving like that in the box. And it will be JP Skeers to take the penalty. Skeers versus Fitzgerald. And Skeers scores! Union Omaha take the lead here. Just over 3.5 minutes into the second half. JP Skeers' third penalty out of 3 this season. Half of Omaha's 6 historical penalties have come this season. JP Skeers has scored them all. That's his 6th goal of the campaign. Just one moment of clumsiness from Jalen Chrysler. Anytime you leave your feet, especially in that area of the area. Fitzgerald guessed the right way, but too much power on it from JP Skeers. And for now, Union Omaha are back in first place. It's a speculative cross from Jeber at first glance, and Richmond just didn't deal with it effectively. That goal presented by the Nebraska Lottery. Richmond looking to answer back immediately. Ritchie with some room down the left. Good interception there by Touche. That will be a corner for Richmond. Omaha 7-1-3 when they've scored first this season.
Joey! Right there! Look around you, Joey! Get up!
Comes Bryant with the corner. It's Bentley in the box there. Good contact, but just couldn't keep it down. Certainly wasn't a free header, but there was nobody with a body on him from Omaha. But you can see from Bentley's reaction, he thought he should have done better. Omaha have excelled in 1-goal games this season. 8 wins and 1 loss coming into this one in 1-goal games. The only loss was a 2-1 loss to Charlotte back in April. So Richmond now with some work to do on the road, where only 4 of their 12 wins have come this season. There'll be a goal kick here for Akira Fitzgerald. Now only 2 clean sheets in 12 for him. Just wasn't particularly dealt well, that ball by Jiba, and Richmond were made to pay via the penalty. You remember Richmond were 1-0 down in their recent 3-1 win over Tormenta. They're as good as anybody at coming back from deficits. Obviously still plenty of time left in this one. There's also a penalty. Saw them 1-0 down to Tormenta. Jiba. Not sure if he'll get the assist. Of course, you don't get assists for penalties, but he would have got the assist to Noe Meza found the back of the net. It's good work by Jiba. He started the first half well, faded a little bit as they went to the break. They're always active down that left side. That's poor from Nuru. Got away with it though. Burrito will look to get the ball into the Richmond half. Then he'll just slow things down and find Skeers. Knocks it ahead for a streak in Dion Akoff. Lovely ball in, but nobody there. Herzog was the other side of the Richmond defender, but that was never going to reach him. Terzaghi now. Bolaños ahead of him. How these two have combined so well over the last 2 games. Bolaños looking to take on Knutson. Left-footed ball in over the head of Bentley. And all the way out for a throw. I say all the way out. It's not far in this field. from Bolaños. Yeah, Bentley, just too much pace on that ball from Bolaños. Bentley would have had to anticipated it. His heel. He's got Brito on the far side of the box. Heel might go on his own. Instead he'll chip it ahead from Meza. Good chest down. Waited a little too long. Not allow Richie to get between him and the goal. But he did earn himself a corner kick presented by Modelo. Sixth corner of the night. Both teams with 5 before this one. Joe Brito to take. Good delivery. Nodded away by Chrysler, the man who gave up the penalty. Noe Meza, who had the first chance at that Jeeba cross right before the penalty. He's been close. Finding the back of the net tonight, just missing that subtle touch. Ball boy wanted some screen time. Here's Brito with the right-footed cross. Headed by Knudsen. Skierce was around the ball, but Candela cleared away, but only as far as, well, here come Omaha now. Skierce knocks it back, left-footed effort, pounded away by Fitzgerald again. He's been a busy man tonight. Other than the penalty, he stopped everything that's been thrown at him. Akonov's going to have a go from 35 yards out, and that hits the press box. Or a suite, I should say, just behind the third baseline. It's Herzog that found Skierce initially. It was a cracking effort by Luis Heel. Heel and JP Skierce with 3 shots apiece tonight to lead Omaha so far. Richmond have 2 from Bryant and Bolaños. But the stat that matters is that one next to the Omaha in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Penalty by JP Skierce, the difference in this one. In the 49th minute. Parliament now making their voices heard. It's going to be a bit of a press now from Omaha. He's just going to chase this one all the way back to Fitzgerald. He's been so good with his feet, Akira. It's a giveaway there, though. Connor Doyle. Giveaway was by Payne. Got away with it, though, as the return pass for Heel was a little astray. Forget, in the League One playoffs, top 2 seeds will have byes. 3 will play 6, 4 will play 5. The winners will travel to the top 2 seeds in the semifinals. Omaha had the bye last season before knocking off Tucson. And then Greenville in the championship game here at Warner Park. Vinyals. Good ball through to Bolaños. Had a ball back shot, had a back door ball potentially for Bentley, but decided to go on his own. And that shot's well wide of Rashid Nuhu's left-hand post. 21 total shots so far in this one, but only 5 on target. Richmond now have conceded 4 penalties this season. Only the Independents have conceded more with 6. Meanwhile, Omaha have now scored 6 goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Only the Kickers and the Triumph have more with 8 apiece. Jay Mims was asking for a corner. Didn't get it. Will be a goal kick. Well, Perhaps a foul just behind the play. Referee talking to Corey Herzog. It's been a relatively clean game so far, this one. Just 8 total fouls as we approach the hour mark. Vignals, of course, Richmond haven't played in a week, so their legs should be relatively fresh. Stephen Payne now looking to take on Heel. Back to Bryant. Candela. Bryant again. He'll cross that well. I think that was a cross. Richmond just seemed a little out of sorts in that final third with their connectivity. See there, 25 second half goals for Richmond this season. 17 for Omaha. Of 28 of Omaha's 28 goals, 25 of 45 total for Richmond in the second half. Perhaps we'll see a goal or two more in the second 45, especially as Omaha perhaps tired. We'll see when Jay Mims decides to go to his bench. That's a clear shove in the back from Payne. Advantage is played though. Ball almost finds Brito. Stephen Payne got away with one there. Advantage being played. Stuart Ritchie's cross. Stuart Ritchie was the one that was pushed, excuse me. Well, we'll let a substitute now, of course. Well, Payne wouldn't shove Ritchie, they're on the same team. Either way, it's time for our first sub of the evening as we hit the hour mark. Wayne Gordon and Nathan Orney entering the contest for the Richmond Kickers. Off comes Matt Bentley. So a pretty straight up switch there for him and Owain Gordon. As Nathan Orney replaces Vincenzo Candela. May move Dakota Barnathan up to the 6th spot. He's quite comfortable there. Nathan Orney likely to drop back into center back, we'll see. Nuhu, 2/3 of the way to his 10th clean sheet of the season. He'll send this one into the Papillion Night. And that one goes all the way out for a goal kick. There's a look at Nathan Orney. Man from Washington, goal and assist this year. Obviously a former Union Omaha man back in 2020. Here's Ritchie. Almost a poor giveaway. Herzog couldn't quite keep possession with the slide. Here's Payne now. Knocking in ahead towards Bryant. Knutson over there, and that one rolls out for another goal kick. Seems like we had a lot of goal kicks this evening. And Wayne Gordon on for the Richmond Kickers, the man from Jamaica. 3 goals, 3 assists. 18 caps for Jamaica, signed in May. Scored a couple of goals back in early July against the 2 North Carolina sides, did Wayne Gordon. As well as in that first matchup against Omaha back in May. This one's flicked over by Meza for Herzog. Just couldn't get enough. He was offside anyway. A lovely flick by Meza. Herzog was trying to just chip it over Fitzgerald, but he was offside. Here's another look at that that goal kick by Nuhu. Off the shoulder of Meza. That's not very easy to do. Herzog just couldn't quite anticipate it quickly enough. Richmond also have former Omaha man Ethan Vanacore-Decker on the bench as an offensive option. David Olsen Also on the bench, a winger for Richmond. The pace of this game since the goal certainly suiting Omaha. As we getting towards the halfway mark in the second half. See Dakota Barnathan there. They're just slotting into that 6 role, vacated by Candela. Akoff. Again, playing right back tonight. It's a poor throw. Melania's come away with it. And Wayne Gordon dropping deep, trying to get involved here. Getting those legs warm. Looking to take on Jiba. Temperatures in the high 70s. In Omaha. Temperatures will get into the 90s this weekend. Obviously something we won't likely see as the fall continues in Nebraska. Certainly a chilly night here last November when Omaha beat the Triumph. Meza with a good touch. And then a good interception by Ritchie. We're going to go the other way quickly. Akoff's there to stop that run though. Now Ritchie's out of position and Brito's going to try and exploit that. He's got Noah Meza and Herzog ahead of him. Brito slows things down. That allows Ritchie to get back in position. Good ball ahead to Keel. Did he keep it in? No, he didn't. Be a goal kick for the Kickers. One thing I'll say about Jamie Mims, I really don't know how he has a voice at the end of these games. Non-stop talking and instructions to his players. A good field mic tonight to catch most of them. 3 shots for Omaha in the second half, 2 for Richmond. None on target though for the visitors in this second 45. Bolaños. That's a delightful ball over to Gordon. Cuts back in. Wayne Gordon looking for space to shoot. Instead finds the feet of Connor Doyle, but it will come back to Stephen Payne. Chip it across looking for Bolaños, but the ball bounces into touch frustratingly again for Richmond tonight. Richmond have had 65.6% of possession so far in this second half. Much better than the first half, but haven't been able to convert it into any dangerous chances. As there is the former Omaha man, EVD, getting his instructions from Darren Sawatsky. Svanakor Decker started the season with Northern Colorado. Things just didn't quite according to plan there in the mountains. Now finds himself with the Kickers. That's poor from Bolaños. Falls to the feet of Heel. He's going to have a go with his right foot. Deflected. That could have gone anywhere. In the end, it goes out for a corner kick for Omaha. This corner kick presented by Modelo. Brito to deliver. We've got some nonsense going on in the box. Alex Touche is on the ground at the edge of the 6-yard box. Apparently a little bit of shenanigans with Ethan Bryant. Of course, Samir Ali Hadjic saw red after some nonsense on on a set piece, before a set piece. Still battling at the edge of the 6-yard box there. Here's the ball from Brito. Another good delivery. Brave header away by Chrysler. Blocked again. Now a chance to break for Richmond perhaps. Tazagi nods it ahead to Bolaños. Once again a loose pass. You see Darren Sawatzki's frustration building. And now another substitution for the kickers as Ethan Vanacore-Decker, title winner last year right here at Werner Park. He'll come in to replace Ethan Bryant. Started 7 of 8 games before tonight since arriving from NOCO.
Thank you very much.
Brito looking to turn. Can't keep that one in play.
Come on.
So Kevin Piedrahitra on the sideline there, the only goalkeeper in League One history with a goal. So that one's flicked on to Nuhu, and he'll certainly take his time here, you'd have to think. In no hurry to get this one down the field. Tazagi will jog down to force Nuhu to pick this one up. The fans on the berm. Such a great spot to watch the game from in Omaha. Nuhu will drop this one down and kick it from the ground. He's got such a great foot. That's a lovely ball to Meza. From all the way in his either zone for Omaha, presented by Modelo. This time it'll be Connor Doyle. You've seen him take these with the outside of his right foot. Former Derby County man. And we got another Omaha player down. This time it's JP Skiers. Gerald Flores, as you would expect, fully in control of this match. Here's a delivery from Doyle, once again with the outside of the right foot. A little way to the back post, headed down. Well, Corey Herzog's had better efforts on goal than that one. Richmond trying to pick up the pace here. Payne looking for Ethan Vanacore-Decker. Vignals dropping deep. Ritchie with some space. Cross comes in, but just too many Omaha bodies in the box. But then, well, not the best piece of football there as Brito loses control, and then as does Ritchie. It goes out for a goal kick. Into the last 18 minutes here from Omaha. Ross Davenport with you, 1-0 to the hosts. In this matchup between the top 2 teams in League One. It's produced moments of action, but it hasn't consistently been a quality game of soccer. Perhaps we're going to expect that with the tired legs of Omaha. Long trip for Richmond. Obviously what's on the line. Both teams perhaps playing a little tight. Skiers wins that header. Akoff will let that one bounce out of play. Good knockdown for Herzog by Meza, but good work there by Barnathan. Helping back now from his 6th rod, but then turned over by Vignals. Down goes Meza, but the ball, Barnathan got the ball, said referee Flores. Now here comes Ritchie. Cuts back inside, lovely move by Stuart Ritchie. Skiers gets a toe on it. Knudsen just lumps it downfield and finds Herzog. perhaps a chance for Omaha. Burrito. Ooh, that was nasty from Vignals from behind. You can see from the hand gestures from referee Flores, he said that's enough from Vignals. Still no yellow cards issued in this one. That's only could perhaps have been one. These Vignals had the benefit that the Omaha player was going away from goal, not the other way. So free kick here for Omaha, just a couple yards inside the touchline. One man wall again. Vignals still doesn't look like he's 10 yards back, but Burrito is going to take it anyway. Not the best of deliveries there. Too much air under that one, and Fitzgerald will claim and look to try and get things going the other way. Vanacore Decker chips it ahead for Gordon. Excuse me, for Payne. He's got Gordon streaking ahead of him. Here is Owain Gordon. Looking for Terzaghi, but Touche is there. Barnathan is all over the back of Meza. That will result in a foul for Omaha. So look at Dakota Barnathan, the man from Massapequa, New York, has 50-plus USL Championship appearances. Swope Park Rangers, as well as Pittsburgh. Minutes or so remaining in this one. From Nebraska, Omaha looking to hold on to that 1-0 win that would put them back into first place. Also looking to make it 2 perhaps. Here's Meza. Some fancy footwork. Crosses it in. It's a good ball. There's nobody there though at the back post for Omaha. Burrito was in the vicinity. Now a turnover as Jiba loses his footing. Owain Gordon now. Superb tackle by Jiba. See referee Flores pointing to the ball. Here's another look at it here. Had to commit to Jiba. May have come through the legs of Owain Gordon, but it was clean enough for Flores not to blow the whistle. Vignals across the top of the box. Lays it off for Payne. That's certainly going to earn a foul there. That might be our first yellow card of the night, and it is. It's Luis Gil. He's the first man in the book of Gerald Flores. Now a very dangerous spot for a free kick for the visitors, looking to tie this thing up. Lovely little shimmy here. Gil had just committed far too early. Just about a yard outside the penalty box. Perhaps a little wide for an attempt at goal. 4-man wall for Rashid Nuhu. Neil Vignals set to take this one. So we're looking to whip it in with some pace and find a piece of anybody and get it on target. His Vignals go to the back post. Into Vanacore Decker is there, and it's 1-1. Here's a look at it here. He just drifted towards the far post and no one went with him. A complete breakdown in the Omaha defense. Nathan Oni was also in the vicinity, as well as Terzaghi. There was 3 kickers and only one Omaha defender just sort of drifting into the picture. Ethan Vanacore Decker's 3rd goal of the season. Only the 2nd one for the kickers. His first one came with Noko. Omaha defensively had been so great in the first 77 minutes, but just completely fell asleep at the back post on that free kick. It was a perfect delivery from Vignals. And Vanaco Decker wasn't going to miss from there. As Jiba goes down under pressure from Wayne Gordon. That'll be the first kicker in the book. It's his third yellow card of the year. Louis Hill earlier, that was his second. That card presented by Hale Varsity Club. Vanaco Decker scored the first meeting between Noka and Richmond earlier this season. Here's a chance for Omaha to get it into the box. That wasn't the greatest delivery. Disappointing there. Akoff. Skeers, the goal scorer from the penalty spot in the first half for early in the second half for Omaha as Meza earns himself a corner. Here's a look at the foul on Wayne Gordon. Just clipped the heel of Ryan Jiba. This corner kick presented, as always, by Modelo. Burrito to take it. Yeah, the ball boy is going to have to keep the ball a little further away from the pitch. Thus the pause in play here. Good delivery and a header, and it's in. It's 2-1. That man again. J.P. Skeers. And just like that, Omaha have their 1-goal lead back. Skeers with the brace, his 7th goal of the season. There's another good delivery from Brito. And a great run from J.P. Skeers. Take another look at it here on the replay. Skeers left alone. Wayne Gordon lost the runner. Never got goal side of him, and that was too easy for Skeers from 7 yards out. See the frustration with the Kickers players. That goal brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery. Emiliano Terzaghi been relatively ineffective this evening. He'll be replaced by David Olson, 26-year-old from Seattle. Only his 8th appearance of the season. He's seen 1 minute of action in the previous 7 games. Richie now into the final third. This game's really come alive in this second half, as we thought it might. Both these teams very good in the second half of games. Flicked ahead for Wayne Gordon. His attempted cross may have got out of play for a goal kick, but no, will just be a throw. Some confusion about whether a sub was ready to come in. Now referee Flores points to the sideline.
I gave them the cards.
So only a 5-minute lead. Excuse me, a 3-minute lead. Excuse me, the game was only tied for 3 minutes. As we're going to have a bunch of subs here. Gabriel Claudio, Alex Bruce, and Hugo Kamatani. As Corey Herzog makes his way off. Some fresh legs here for Jay Mims. Louis Hill will also make way. As well as Joe Burrito, so some fresh legs for a tired Omaha side looking to hold on to this 1-goal lead and hold on to first place in USL League One. There is Hugo Kamatani, the 23-year-old from Japan, 3 goals this season. Alex Bruce, former Lansing Ignite and North Texas man. He's got 1 goal to his name. Gabriel Claudio, who filled in nicely for Alex Touche while he was out with that leg injury. And from Arizona. Who goes long. So it looks like it'll be Bruce and Kamatani to lead the attack for Omaha. Use those fresh legs to put some pressure on that back 4 of Richmond. Don't let him clear the ball out easily. Now he may drop back into a midfield a little bit, a spot he's familiar with. Here J. Mims giving his instructions to Hugo Kamatani about his defensive responsibilities on this right side. JP Skiers, the man with 2 goals tonight, may have got clipped after making contact there. He's getting up a little gingerly. Vinyals. Richmond with 4 minutes plus stoppage time to try and find another equalizer. Payne lays it back. Vandercourt Decker. The goal scorer for Richmond is Richie, with a speculative effort at best with the outside of his left foot. That skids wide of the Omaha goal. Richie knew who will certainly take his time with this one. They can hold on here. It will be 9 wins in 10 1-goal matches this year for Omaha. Joe Brito with the assist on that second JP Skiers goal. It's his 2nd assist of the year. Came into this one leading the team with chances created to Joe Brito. 10 more than anybody else. Tonight by his hometown hero shirts, hometown hero night tonight at Werner Park. Great to see all our hometown heroes from the police, fire department, etc. in attendance. Kamatani and Bruce with a little 1-2. Gonna try and take some more seconds off the clock here. Bolaños doing great work there himself. But then Skiers pokes it away, only as far as Chrysler. Here's Payne now. Chrysler looking for Richie. Makeoff claims he didn't touch it. We'll get the throw. We're into the last 2 minutes of the 90 here from Papillion. 2-1 in favor of Omaha. JP Skiers with a brace. 6th and 7th goals of the season. Makeoff happy just to lump this one forward for Bruce to chase. His 12th substitution appearance of the season for Alex Bruce. Ooh, big aerial duel in the center circle there. And Richmond come away winning it. Here's Bolaños. One-on-one with Akoff. Waiting for support. Vinyals slips to the head for Richie. Gets the ball in. Goes all the way through the 6-yard box and it's 2-2. Stephen Payne from his fullback spot. And wow, the second half of this game has certainly lived up to expectations. Payne's first goal of the season, the man from Birmingham, Alabama. You can see what that goal means to him. It was a lovely ball slipped through by Vinyals to Richie. He crossed it without even looking. Went between 3 Omaha players and found the foot of Stephen Payne. Knew who half committed. And once he'd come, he was a dead man. And Payne knocks it into the empty net. Is there one more moment of drama left in this one? 5 minutes of stoppage time here at the end of the second half to find it for either team. It's just a poor piece of defending in the end from Omaha. It was a good ball in by Richie, but somebody from Omaha should have got a foot or anything on the end of that ball. Instead, it went all the way through to Payne. And we find ourselves tied at 2. This one's over the head of Kamatani. And out for a goal kick. So twice now, the home team has taken the lead in this one. And as they have a tendency to do so, the kickers have come back twice. Darren Sawaski will certainly be happy with a row point if he can pull this one out. Keep them in first place in USL League One. It wouldn't shock anybody if there was a game winner to be found somewhere here. Here's Kamatani, falls to Meza. His touch is heavy, but he's still got it. Meza swings the ball in. Almost fell to Jiba. Smashed away and then headed back into the danger area. Meza again. Bolaños helping back. Omaha will host Greenville here on Saturday night. Meanwhile, the kickers will go straight from here to to Chattanooga. They will face the Red Wolves at CHI Memorial, 7:30 on Saturday night. Ryan Jiba will come all the way over to take this throw from the right-hand side. Trying to find the head of Kamatani. Omaha will have to recycle here as we approach halfway. The halfway point of these 5 minutes of stoppage time. Can JP Skeers find one piece of skill here? Looking to be the provider. Headed away. Once again, head back in. Omaha putting all the pressure on now. Claudio, you only find Bolaños. Goes right back to Claudio. Bolaños. Vanacore Decker, scorer of the first Richmond goal tonight against his former team. Richmond will now slow things down. He lumps this one forward for Richie, the man with the assist on the second game tying goal, but that one comes off his head and out for a goal kick. Stuart Richie's 5th assist of the season from his left back spot. Skeers nods it back in, looking for Mesa. Headed away firmly. Wayne Gordon, that looked like a handball to me, yes. Oh no, I guess referee, I thought you were going to blow the whistle, but Wayne Gordon got away with that one. And now here comes Ethan Vanacore Decker. It's likely to be a yellow card for Alex Touche, as he wisely perhaps took down Ethan Vanacore Decker to stop the attack. It's Touche's 6th yellow card. 2 away from a potential suspension, unless he had some taken away for good behaviors. That was a clear foul from Touche. You see, he picked up the ball before the whistle went. So as we enter the final 30 seconds of the initial 5 minutes of stoppage time, Richmond kickers have come from behind twice. Can they find a late winner? Vinyals had the assist on the first goal when he found Ethan Vanacore-Decker open at the far post. See what he's got in store here. Vinyals. Down goes. And it will be a penalty! Oh my, Nathan Orney is taken down in the box by Dalton Knutson. Nathan Orney, the substitute, the former Omaha man, has earned his team a potential chance to win this one at the death. Oh my. It was just clumsy from Knutson. Not only got goal side of him. Only be Richmond's second penalty attempt of the season. If you thought the first half lacked drama, the second half has more than made up for it here. 4 goals and the potential for a 5th. You hear Jay Mims' opinion on things. Emiliano Terzaghi took the only other penalty this season for the kickers, and he's off the pitch, so it will be Neil Vinyals as Connor Doyle finds himself in the book. So the Spaniard with a chance to put his team up 3-2 with surely the last kick of the game. She knew who's making Vinyals wait. Vinyals 1 for 1 in his career in League One, and he slots it home in the top corner, and the Richmond kickers have likely got themselves 3 points and first place back in USL League One. They've come from behind twice and now taken the lead for the first time in the 97th minute. Would you believe it? Never count these men in green out. This will be their 5th win of the season after conceding first. Neil Vinyals already with an assist tonight. Now with a likely game winner. What a strike it was by Vinyals. She knew had no chance of stopping that one. Went the right way. What a crazy last 22 minutes we've had here. Oh, excuse me, last 12 minutes. It was 1-0 Omaha till the 78th minute when Vanacore-Decker tied things up. Skiers then gave Omaha the 2-1 lead in the 81st. Payne with the equalizer in the 89th, and now Vinyals in the 97th. Which was likely to be the game-winning goal here at Warner Park. Referee Flores still letting things go. In the 99th minute now. As Vanacore-Decker, Bolaños just chucks it away. Takes a few more seconds off the clock. More weeknight madness here in USL League One. You never know what to expect. 12 minutes to go. It was just 1-0 to the home team. And as does happen occasionally in League One, chaos ensued. Still time though. Flores. That will do it. The Richmond kickers come from behind twice, then take the lead on a 97th minute penalty by Neil Vinyals and go back into first place in USL League One. What a crazy last 12 minutes in this one. We'll have the full match highlights for you. Stick around. Mentioned earlier when they went down 1-0, the Kickers love to come back from deficits, and for the 5th time this year they pulled 3 points out after being in a losing position. Here's your play of the match presented by Shady Rays. It was JP Skeer's second of the night. It would come in the 81st minute to give Omaha a 2-1 lead, but Richmond weren't done. They would find the equalizer via Stephen Payne, and the winner via Neil Vinyals. Stick with us, we'll be right back with full-time highlights and stats from this crazy one at Werner Park. Kickers win 3-2.
My name is Peter Marlette. I'm the general manager of Union Omaha, and I'm a Bellevue University student. Getting this master's degree is important to me because there's always more to learn. There's always ways to improve yourself no matter what position you're in, and being able to focus on international business management specifically as opposed to sports in general or soccer in general is just going to make me a much more complete manager, leader, and employee of Union Omaha. I think Bellevue University and Union Omaha are such great partners because we both share the same goals of educating the community and improving the Omaha metro area and global community for that matter. We also fit so well together because so many of our players traditionally have to choose between pursuing a professional soccer career or pursuing their education. And because of this partnership, we no longer have to do that. Bellevue University is allowing our players to be full-time professional soccer players and still be students and still further their education and develop as people off the soccer field. So I think it makes perfect sense for us to work together.
Welcome back to Omaha, where, wow, if you missed the second half of this one, you missed a gem. Omaha had a 1-0 lead, a 2-1 lead at Richmond with an 89th minute equalizer and a 97th minute winner to take all 3 points home from Omaha. My voice is feeling those last 12 minutes. Let's see how we got here. First half, there wasn't much to say really. 0-0 at the break. In the 49th minute, this clumsy challenge from Jalen Chrysler on Corey Herzog would result in the first penalty of the evening, which JP Skeers would deposit comfortably past Akira Fitzgerald. That was in the 49th minute. And things were relatively calm until the 78th minute. Ethan Vanacore-Decker against his former team off the bench. This was the free kick. This was the foul that would lead to the free kick. Neil Vinyals. And somebody forgot about EVD. He reminded Omaha of what he can do if you give him that much space, and he nodded it home past Rashid Nuhu. That would tie things up at 1. But the chaos would continue in the 81st minute. Good corner kick from Brito. And JP Skeers with his second of the night. A thumping header as he beat his marker. So with 9 minutes to go, Omaha looked to be cruising to a 2-1 win, but this is the Kickers. You can't count them out. Vinyals slips it through to Richie. Ball goes past 3 Omaha players all the way through to Stephen Payne for his first goal of the season. There's Nuhu stuck in no man's land. And that left Payne able to knock it home at the far post. We thought, okay, the Kickers were going to take home a point, but in the 97th minute, a free kick comes in. Dalton Knutson clumsily takes down Nathan Orney, the former Omaha man, and he earns himself a a penalty at which Neil Vinyals scores, top corner, and that gives the Kickers 3 points. Those highlights brought to you by Cool Greens. There's a look at your full-time stats. 31 shots, 10 of them on target, 5 of those on target would find the back of the net. Omaha dominated possession early in this one, but Richmond would crawl their way back in as the first half went on and would finish with the 3-2 victory that moves them back to the top of the League One standings. These standings brought to you by Platinum Chiropractic and Wellness. 4-point edge now over Union Omaha. 13 wins on the season. That's 2 more than anybody else. Triumph will face Omaha on Saturday, while the Kickers will head straight to Chattanooga. So all 4 of the top 4 teams playing each other. Here is your weekend schedule. Coming up in USL League One, you see there right in the middle, Richmond will go straight to Chattanooga to take on the Red Wolves, who have been playing superbly well over the last couple of months. Meanwhile, Greenville will travel to Omaha, and it'll be an angry Omaha team on short rest as they play their 3rd game of 4 in 11 days. Well, if you turn this one off at the half, after a 0-0 first 45 minutes, we're sorry. 5 goals, including 4 in the last 12 minutes, as the Richmond Kickers go back to the top of USL League One with a 3-2 victory over Union Omaha. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. We'll see you this weekend. Have a good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.